Hey viewers, welcome back to Moulin Nauze. My project today is from my wife. She wants me to build an arbour. This is where she wants it. Got this trailing plant, goes over here. There's a little path in the garden. For an arbour. So, let's see what I've done so far. So using the new welding skills, I'm beginning to build this metal frame. But there's more to do, so let's get on with it. So I'm really enjoying my stick welder. This is the GYS MI160 amp. Little guy, only weighs 4 kilograms. The rods that I'm using are Stanley 1.6mm 6013 shielded arc welding rods. They seem to work quite well, but occasionally, as you see here, they fail to strike. I think it's because the actual shielding masks the metal bit in the middle. This is my new gadget. This is the Wolfcraft clamp, model number 3415,000. It's all metal. It's made for woodworking, but it seemed to work really well for holding square tube stock together. The only issue I have with it is it only leaves one face clear for welding. But what you can do is weld it up till it's kind of stuck, take the clamp off, and then you've got access to the corner, inside corner, outside corner, face and bottom. Works really well. It's also, by squeezing it holds the bars pretty square. So the next job is to fit the 2-meter upright with the clamp, but I'm just not smart enough to work out which way the clamp goes. And when I look at the weld, pretty rough, so using the new Einhell angle grinder, I got it a bit flatter. And hopefully I can get this guy to stand up. The only way I could figure out to actually put the clamp on one of the horizontal bars and hold the vertical bar was to put the clamp on the bottom. Hence the large block of wood. But this seems to kind of work. Excuse the builder's bottom. Not very attractive. So, using this 1.6mm 6031 welding rods, the arc welder suggests 30 to 40 amps, which seems to work quite well. Any more than that, it will blow a hole through the 2mm square tubing. So I've managed to put a tack weld on, but I thought to secure the upright before I take off the clamp, I put on a 45 angle extra piece. I'm using some handy magnets for this, just holding it at the bottom, and a few tags at the top will secure it. hot to me. Maybe I should check the amperage of that. That's just going to blow through that tube stock. Oh boy. Well, I'm sure it holds it. Lets me take away the magnets. But of course what happened was all that extra heat, it distorted the little bar, and the only way to get it straight again was to use one of these clamps. And again, that only leaves one face free for welding, but as long as I don't weld the clamp to the square tube stock, we should be okay. Go around the back. The rods burn down pretty quickly, so I go through a fair few. Well, that's the 4 legs on, but if you look at the relationship between this leg and that leg, it's pretty wobbly. I think I'm going to have to cut this leg off here and re-straighten it. So let's pull it upright, and guess what happened? One of the legs was obviously not very well attached, so I welded it back on. Just rotating the structure to a new angle revealed a whole lot of the welding seams with porous holes in it, which needed fixing. So I went round as many of the joints as possible and managed to splatter hot molten metal all over myself. Here's another tip. You see, I've only got a tiny bit of the welding rod left. Go and get a new one, that's better. When you have just a small welding rod left, it's so tempting just to use that last couple of inches, but what happens is you're so close to the welding, it spurts back onto your hands. Bad idea. Go and get a new rod. So, I'm going around all the seams, filling in those little porous holes and making a giant blobby mess. But it's all holding together nicely. So here's the finished thing. Later that day, Dorothy and I carried it into the place. The geese seem to like it. It's pretty secure. The plants haven't been draped over it yet. Dorothy thinks she's going to put some sticks on the top to help hold the plant, and maybe I need to put a cross of rebar or something on the sides to make it more secure and to hold the plant growth. But it was a fun project, and welding is a great thing to learn. Thanks for watching.